Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am so glad you're here. Today, we are going to talk about something that can really break your budget. And you know what that is? It's going out to eat. Today, I'm going to give you some meal ideas for those late nights, busy nights, too tired to cook nights. We're going to talk about some ideas that can help you not go out to eat and eat from home. Two things that I want you to know about budget-friendly late night meals, last minute meals. Number one, every meal does not have to be sexy. It does not have to be an event. It does not have to be special. And number two, don't be afraid to eat the same thing more than once in a week. You can go on repeat and it won't kill you, especially for a short amount of time, because different phases of life equals different kinds of meals. Almost every day for breakfast, Monday through Friday, 95% of the time, me and my kids eat the same thing. I'm a stay-at-home homeschool mom. My boys are 11 and 13. We eat toast and jelly. Sometimes I have guacamole if I have it, and scrambled eggs and fruit. And my kids eat vanilla Greek yogurt. Every morning, that's what we eat. And for lunch, I have my kids, they eat a sandwich, some chips, fruit, and some carrot sticks, and I either have a salad or the oldest leftovers in the fridge. I literally have a little dry erase calendar on my fridge, and I write down what I cook. Every time I cook something, I write it down. That way I know what's in the fridge and how old it is. And that's what I do every day for lunch. Because as a mom, especially when your kids are really little, decision fatigue is real. You get tired of making 10,000 decisions for you and your kids. And I know for me, I don't want to have to think about what I'm eating for breakfast and what I'm eating for lunch. So that's why I just eat the same thing, because it's one less thing that I have to worry about and make a decision about. So don't be afraid to eat the same thing every day or similar things. It's okay. But anywho, let's move on to the real reason we are here, and that is to talk about supper ideas. What to eat on those busy late nights. To avoid eating out and eating home instead, the one thing that you need to do is you need to prep your meat, because meat is what's going to take the longest to cook throughout the week on any night. So if you already have meat cooked, you're already halfway there to making a meal. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your chicken breast, put it in the oven, cook it till it's 165 degrees, and then shred it. That way it can easily be used for all kinds of stuff. Just shred it. If you have a KitchenAid mixer, use the little paddle attachment thing and it'll shred it for you. Super quick, super easy. It's the best thing ever. Also, you could cook up some ground meat if you'd rather have ground meat for whatever you're planning to cook that week. Either way, you have it cooked, you have meat to eat all throughout the week. I keep anything and everything in my fridge, leftover-wise, for 7 days. Not everybody is comfortable with keeping leftovers in their fridge for 7 days, but it hasn't killed me yet. So I'm going with 7 days is safe. You do you, make your decision on how long you want to keep leftovers, because everybody has their own thing that they want to do, and that's fine. Just meal prep accordingly. You could also, if you don't like the idea of leftovers, you could meal prep but freeze it in like individual servings in little Ziploc bags. I've done that too. I've frozen it in like 4-ounce packages because that's enough for like one person or whatever size you think you're gonna need. It defrosts quickly. You could, if you knew you're gonna have it late night, you could just throw one in your fridge, defrost throughout the day, and you could have it for supper that night. That is another option. For us, when we don't feel like cooking, we get out the glorious rice cooker. We love our rice cooker. We can use that thing 2 or 3 times in a week sometimes. And we just have a cheapo rice cooker from Walmart from like 10 years ago. Probably cost less than $20. Right now you can get a cheap one from Amazon or Walmart for $20. But it is life-changing, because you know how you make rice? You take 1 scoop, put it in the bowl, fill it to the 1 line. If you have 2 scoops, fill it to the 2 line, and so on. Then you put it in the rice cooker, put the lid on it, flip the switch to cook, and in 20 minutes your rice is cooked and it automatically flips to warm, and it keeps your rice warm until you're ready to eat it. There's no brain work at all. Anybody can do it. The rice cooker, amazing. If you like rice, go out and get yourself a rice cooker. You will not be disappointed. We love our rice cooker because we eat a lot of rice bowls. Not my kids as much because they don't like rice, but yeah, whatever. But we eat a lot of rice bowls. You can get some frozen peas and cook them, add some chicken, frozen peas, and some soy sauce in your rice, and you have an Asian rice bowl. You can make a Chipotle bowl. You know, we put the chicken, the black beans, salsa, lettuce, guacamole if you have it, whatever you put in your Chipotle bowl, boom, you got a Chipotle bowl. What I do is I do kind of the same thing as a Chipotle bowl, but I just mix it all together and put it in the microwave and warm it up, and that's my lazy lunch rice bowl that I like to make. It doesn't look beautiful, but I promise it does taste really good. So rice bowls, I would say, is the number one easiest, cheapest thing that you can have to make in your fridge. It really will save the day. If you don't like rice, maybe you do pasta. Maybe meal prep some pasta. Throw the noodles in the fridge and then don't even sauce them, because you can sauce it however you want it during the week. Just take out whatever noodles you need, add some meat, add some sauce, microwave it, cook it in the pot, however you feel like cooking it. Not everybody likes the microwave. I like the microwave, but either way, you can reheat it really easily. You can also throw the noodles in a Pyrex dish and add your sauce, add your meat, sprinkle some cheese on top, and just throw it in the oven for 30 minutes. If you don't like the microwave or you don't want to watch it on the stove, just bake it. Comes out just fine. And that's another easy meal that you can make. It takes 5 minutes to prep that and get it in the oven. Easy, easy. Another simple meal, which is my youngest's favorite, tortilla pizza. It's as simple as it sounds. It's literally a tortilla, marinara sauce, shredded cheese. That's all you got. Put it in the oven, cook it for 10 minutes, and it's done. Tortilla pizza. Me and my husband, we like to use the Joseph flatbreads sometimes for our tortilla pizza, but that is a really simple meal. You can even add some toppings. Don't go too crazy because it is a tortilla. It's not that thick. It's not going to hold up too many toppings, but make it however you want it. Tortilla pizza, super easy, super quick. And the good thing about most of these meals is that you can individualize them very easy, especially if you're a microwaver like myself. Then you literally just put everything on the counter and let everyone come through, make their own bowl however they want it. Maybe one person wants pasta, one person wants rice, one person wants chicken, one person wants ground beef, Asian, Mexican, whatever. They can make it how they want it. It is really easy to individualize these meals, and it just makes it that much simpler because not everybody wants the same thing all the time. And when it's late at night, nobody has time to deal with different requests. Throw it all out on the counter, let people make their own. Easy peasy. You can also pre-make meals. You could make my meatloaf, muffin pan meatloaf recipe that I have. I have another video that has that. You can make those, and those are quick meatloaf burgers that you could have one day, 1 week, one day, 1 week. That didn't come across right. But anyways, I don't know, tongue twister there. But you could make the meatloaf burgers. That's simple that you could have in there, and that's really quick to heat up. You could literally just make some spaghetti, a big pot of spaghetti, eat on that on those busy days. So my kids are not in extracurricular activities, but growing up, I come from a homeschool family. My mom stayed at home. We lived on one income. But me and my brothers, we played sports, and sometimes we were out late. You know what we had? We usually had spaghetti, because that was something my mom could make during the day, and we just heated it up, left over overnight. Boom, it's done. We had spaghetti on those nights. Now, if we were out of town, like an away game, and it was like 2 hours away, yes, we would stop by and go out to eat on those nights. But if we were in town and it was just late, we'd come home, we eat spaghetti. So spaghetti is a great option, and it warms up really well. You could also just keep a few convenient frozen items in your freezer. You could keep corn dogs, frozen pizzas. We like the Trader Joe's teriyaki chicken. And it's not like you're eating this stuff every night, but it is a good backup when you're wanting something convenient because it's late. Instead of going out to eat, you just come home, pop that in the oven real quick, and it's ready. It's done. It's Just keep something in your freezer that is convenient. And I'm not saying that you have to eat every meal like this. I'm just saying on those busy nights when you don't want to cook or you know ahead of time you're going to be out late, this is the best way to save money. You don't go out to eat, you have stuff prepared ahead of time. And maybe even if it's just frozen food, but you have stuff available. And that's what's going to help you save money. So these are just some of the solutions that we have come up with that help us when we don't feel like cooking. So let's go through a meal prep day. So you should pick, you could pick any day of the week whenever is convenient for you. It shouldn't take more than 2 hours, 3 hours at the most. Maybe it's a Sunday afternoon, you get in there and you cook a bunch of stuff, but here is how you could do it. So preheat your oven, get your chicken breast ready, sprinkle it with whatever kind of seasonings you want, just something basic that's gonna go with anything. So get that prepared. Start your pot of water boiling to make noodles. Get your chicken in the oven. While you're baking chicken, also throw some baked potatoes in there and bake some potatoes for a side or, whatever to go with a meal. That way you'll have baked potatoes as well and 2 things at one time. So you got your chicken in the oven, your baked potatoes in the oven, your noodles are boiling on the stove, you have your rice cooker cooking your rice. Maybe you don't want to watch too many pots at one time. Once your noodles are done, then you're going to brown up your ground meat if you need ground meat that week. You could also boil eggs. You put a little pot in the back and boil some eggs, and that makes a good snack. My husband even uses them as a go-to for breakfast. If he's running late, he can grab a couple of boiled eggs and eat those for a breakfast. Nothing glamorous, but it gets the job done. And after all that's done cooking, your chicken should be cooled off and ready to shred. And like I said, put it in the KitchenAid mixer, it'll shred it up super fast. But that's it. That is basically what you could probably get done in 2 to 3 hours. You could also, if you don't want to do frozen vegetables, maybe you could steam some broccoli. Some people bake their vegetables. I'm not as big a fan as baking vegetables, but if that's what you want to do, you could do that too, and you could have vegetables available. I really like just the frozen vegetables that are in like little steam bags for during the week because it's easy and convenient. They take like 5 minutes in the microwave and you have poof, veggies. So that's what works for us. But meal prepping, once you get the hang of it, it's not that hard and it doesn't take that long, and it will save you so much money in the long run because you won't be going out to eat because you know you have food at home. It's not glamorous, amazing food, but it is food. It is good food, and it's going to be healthier than if you went to fast food. Trust me on that one. Much healthier. And most of the time, you should be able to look a week ahead and know what you have coming up. You should know what you need to prep for the days that you know you're not going to be able to cook because you're going to be out late, you're going to be busy. You should be able to look ahead and figure out kind of how much you need to cook, what days that you're going to need these backup, easy to fix meals for. Now, I know not every day is going to be pre-planned like that, and you can look ahead. Like 2 years ago, my son broke his wrist. We were at the ER from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 1 o'clock in the morning because 5 other kids decided to break their arms or wrists in the same night, and they were having to call in other doctors to come help and get these kids processed. It was a long night. And that night, I sent my husband up to the cafeteria to get Wendy's, overpriced Wendy's because it was hospital food. But you got to do what you got to do. But most of the time, you can look ahead and see what night you're going to be busy, you're going to be out late, and you're going to need these pre-prepped foods. So plan accordingly. I hope these ideas have helped you. I hope it has given you some inspiration to try your own meal prep. If you do, let me know how it goes and what worked for you, what didn't work for you. As far as going out to eat, it's just something that we don't do. I didn't grow up going out to eat, and it's not something that I even think about now. So I'd also like y'all to leave in the comments why you go out to eat and what is keeping you from cooking at home instead of going out to eat. It's not something that I deal with, so I'm genuinely curious, and I want to be able to help you stay out of the restaurants as much unless it's like a special pre-planned occasion, and to eat from home because it is so much cheaper and for the most part, it is so much better for you. So yeah, leave me some comments, leave me some suggestions. I want to help you as much as I can. So please feel free to leave any kind of questions. That's what I'm here for. I want to help y'all as much as I can. If you like this video, give it a like. I'm glad you were here to join this video today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.